Well, it's not even a club anymore. It's a fashion brand, it's a franchise. I don't know how you can back it, but there's a lot more to talk about in terms of the Premier League. I'm going to go to the PFA Team of the Year was announced yesterday with several notable exclusions.
Controversial.
Very controversial. Now, you are speaking to probably the world's biggest Thiago fan, right?
Yeah.
Right here in myself. I absolutely adore him. Even Hasan can confirm, even last season when he wasn't,
you were fighting a lot.
and I was like, look, he's still class. He's still being class. He should not have been in that Team of the Year.
I agree. No, what did he play? 17 minutes total? That's not minutes games even. 17 minutes
played,
bloody.
I think he played 29 games, which
it was 17 starts or something like that, right?
If he'd have played 38, there would be more of an argument. But how Rodri was left out of that team, I have absolutely no idea.
I absolutely echo that sentiment. Rodri deserved to be in. Because that man was instrumental in midfield for Man City this season. Scored some big bloody goals as well. Let's not miss that out. He scored some big bloody goals.
Don't talk about
not many, but he was good. He scored some important goals. He did score some important goals, and yeah, man, I can't believe he didn't make that team.
The one goal there's two moments that stick out to me that Rodri actually won Man City the title for me because he blocked the ball on the line from Fabinho back in October, and B he helped he scored a goal in the final day, and I just think when he signed, and I know if Craig's in the chat, he echoes the very same sentiment that I wasn't worried. I just thought he would be a little bit robotic for Manchester City.
So did I.
But he has evolved into one of the best midfielders in the Premier League for me.
Probably the world, I'm honest. I don't think he'd be crazy for saying that. I think he's a very, very fine operator, comfortable in possession, out of possession. Like, Pep's transformed him. Like, he was good before he came to City. He was a very good midfielder in La Liga as well. He wasn't a slouch, don't get me wrong, but he's gone tenfold since going to City.
Yeah, he certainly has. And Craig certainly agrees there. He's been absolutely superb this year. Another one, which I think is a little bit of a controversial inclusion, is Antonio Rudiger. Now, I know that he has had a good season, but I just think there was more options there.
I agree.
Christian Romero from Tottenham would have been my choice.
I would have shouted that out, no problem. Transform that back line for Tottenham, a very pivotal point of the season. Where would they have been without him?
But then I suppose Rudiger, you could say the same for Rudiger with Chelsea. I mean, as a Madrid fan, how excited are you to see him in lining up for Los Blancos?
He brings like that style and sort of unexpected chaos that Pepe had, whilst also being an incredibly good defender. Like, you don't know what he's going to do next, and he's completely and utterly batshit crazy. No two ways about that. The man is a complete and utter nutter. But he's so good at defending, and I can't wait he's a character and he's a leader as well. So to have him in Militao next season as a back two, again, I can't wait to see that. And then we can have Alaba back to, playing left back where he's going to thrive as well.
There's also an argument, and I know I'm showing my Liverpool bias here, but for Joel Matip,
I wouldn't disagree. I think he's been great.
This year, especially at the start of the season, people were saying, he's better than Van Dijk. He's been better than Van Dijk. I disagree over the whole of the season, but he's been so consistent. And
no, I do agree. I was impressed with him, and you know me. I used to meme you about him. But I'll hold my hands up and say, you know what? Yeah, the man has been very, very, very good this season. I'd say maybe your best centre back consistently this season, maybe.
I wouldn't go that far, mate. As soon as Van Dijk, as soon as January came, Van Dijk became like new levels again. But after his, by the way, people don't mention this enough, right? ACL injury, and Van Dijk's played 59 matches this season.
Was this his first season back post that injury? Wasn't it, right?
Yeah, it's his first season back.
Yeah, to be fair, you can't hold that against him at all. He brushed it off pretty quickly.
That is madness, by the way. I know he doesn't rely on pace, but he does. Like he is quick. And
he can shift. I've seen it live in the flesh. The man can move.
Yeah, he's amazing. But
no, I agree with you. I do love Van Dijk. I don't like the sort of forced agenda you do get sometimes from sections of not just Liverpool fans, in general Premier League fans, but I can't help but admire the man. He is bloody amazing.
He certainly is, and I think it's because people are so desperate for him to fail and always have been.
It's true, very true,
and that's fair enough. Like if they want to do that, it's fine. It's fine. You know, we'll leave it on them, and they can not appreciate him till he's retired, like pretty much everyone else. Right, we've held it off for long enough, mate. But we're going to wait for one more second because Heung-min Son was also left out of the Team of the Year after winning the Golden Boot.
Horrific disillusion. That horrific.
What on earth?
Unacceptable.
Are the players thinking? Why aren't they? I assumed he was quite a popular fella as well.
As did I. That's what surprised me the most. I thought he's quite a loved character in the Premier League in general, like Kante level. But apparently not. Apparently not popular enough.
No, but, and there is arguments for him to replace either Cristiano Ronaldo or Sadio Mane. Who would you personally replace him?
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because whilst Ronaldo did score 18 goals, which in that United setup is very impressive, he also wasn't exactly his brilliant best. But then Sadio Mane had I guess you could say slow start to the season. I'd say up until the turn of the year, maybe.
Yeah, as soon as he moved centrally, different gravy.
Yeah, he improved definitely after the turn of the year. I think it's after he got back from AFCON.
Yeah,
he was considerably better than he was at the start of the season. So it's like, depends what you value more. I mean, if you were to take Mane out of Liverpool, where do you think he would have ended up?
I still think we would have been second. I'm not so sure we'd have made it to the final though.
Close and stuff like that. That's the thing. That's the argument you can make, isn't it? Like, would they have been on City's tail the entire time?
In the second half of the season, Mane was our best player for me. Up there with Thiago.
Considerably dropped off.
Yes, like him and Salah were just like that. So you don't have to talk. Paddy, who's on our channel, Paddy Murphy, on Anfield Agenda, he's always put that argument against this. But I think, what do you think on Mo Salah then? Do you think this is the new Mo Salah that we've seen over the last 6 months, or do you think he will return to some form of himself after a very poor period?
I think he'll return to himself. He's too good not to. Like, he's way too good not to. I think this contract situation is what's causing the issue for him. And I don't think people pay enough attention to these kinds of things, off-field issues like that. Like, that can really, really affect the player. Like, to use an example, Ousmane Dembele at Barcelona, right? When he was shunned and stuck in the stands, and his performances here and there when he came on were abysmal. But as soon as a sort of glimmer of hope that he could get his contract renewed, he was playing like the Dembele we saw at Dortmund.